Hey everyone, sorry, I'm just going to show you something before I start. He was fast asleep and he just woke up in a hell of a hurry. Week 13, here we are, going into Good Friday, Easter Saturday, Easter Sunday, and of course Easter Monday. Good Catholic. It's probably it's more important to Christmas for us. Anyway, moving right along. We are about 7 days out from our cut-off for our April auction. Doing a lot of appraisals at the moment, so not only filling April, May, June, July, right through. So some properties can't come to the market yet for a variety of reasons. There's a little bit of timing, people retiring. We've also got work to be done. All those sorts of things have to, and books. We need books and contracts. But anyway, we're looking at the week 13 of 2024. A bit of a market update. We've definitely now levelled out. Most agents we should all be appraising in a recessionary market. And I'm talking hotels, motels, caravan parks. We are not talking residential. So probably for the first time in a long, many years, there's no relation between motels, hotels, caravan parks and residential. Two quite separate markets where we were positioned well above residential property for many years. You know, we're talking 20, 30, 40 years even. Now, residential, because of immigration, is quite separate and has seen growth that we simply have not seen, and if anything, our market has gone back in the recession. Not saying that it won't hit residential, but with an immigration policy that the government currently has of between 500 to 700,000 people coming in every year and not enough houses, simply supply and demand. Motels, hotels, caravan parks, on the other hand, we have cash buyers, but they can't raise any debt. If they can, it's 40%, and it's at 12 to 18%. And terms are up to 3 years, 2 to 3 years. That's what I'm hearing, and you need to talk to a financial advisor in regards to this. So how does that affect us and selling? Well, I did a training session with my trainer, and he simply said if the client, being the vendor, will not meet the market, there's no point in selling the property. And that's the reality. It's the market is set by certain things outside of our control. So we have to be in the market. Now you can say that your property is worth X, and if the market is not there, and I'm coming through, or another real estate agent's coming through, another broker, motel broker, hotel broker, is coming through and telling you it's not worth that, well, chances are they're right. So you either have to accept that it's just not going to get there, or stay. You know, it's not worth listing your property and sitting on the market for 2 or 3 years. It simply isn't. And that's part of our strategy, strategies and tactics that we use in the marketing of auctions. That our goal is to present it to the market, get you absolutely saturation point of marketing, bring the buyers in and get unconditional offers that can settle in 30 days. That is fair market value. We can't promise to get you in and out of residential. If you want to sell at 3 million, if you want to sell at 5 million and buy a waterfront home, but you own a motel now and it's only worth 2.5, that is the market. It'll never be worth 5 million. The residential market has exceeded the hotels, motels and caravan parks to the extent that relationship will never be there again. You'll never get 3 times the value of a house in selling your motel as it was. You could almost guarantee that back in the 90s when I first started selling hotels and motels. So that equation's gone. If you've tied up your super in the sale of your motel, and that you're going to buy a luxurious waterfront position or whatever, chances are that equation, you've got to accept that equation won't exist anymore. So moving right along, what we're doing, and I think you'll find most agents are saying, the good agents will be saying, the good ones that are turning property over will be telling you the truth, and they'll be saying that the market's come back, that we are in a recession. Residential, not the same. Quite different to the rest of the market. You talk to a cafe owner, what their turnover's doing. You talk to anyone in another industry, and they'll tell you exactly the same sort of thing. So, appraisal value, market expectation versus market expectation. Hopefully, for your sake, if you want to move on, list, sell, move on, they are honest, open and honest about what it is. And that's just reality. How much debt that people can use. And we're seeing that right at the top end, where time and time again all these 4 or 5 star hotels are selling as development sites. We saw that in October last year in Double Bay, with the Intercontinental selling about, we haven't seen the exact figure, but it was talked about 220 million as a development site. It wasn't sold, it was sold over $1 million a room, which is unsustainable in the hotel industry. So you'll find that the development potential of a site is worth more than its current use. So that's reality. We've had developers try and buy some properties up and down the coast, some successful, some not. Just one of those things. They like different terms and conditions, and they pay a wee bit more, but you've got to accept their terms and conditions. So, hotels, motels, caravan parks, we covered that versus the houses. We spoke about the appraisal value versus market value. Now, marketing campaigns. We've moved back to our traditional marketing campaigns. No longer will we be offering budget campaigns. Quite simply, our budget campaign was exactly the same level that when I started in 1986, a vendor with a $50,000 or $60,000 house in Springwood in Queensland would spend on selling their homes by auction. Isn't that amazing that some vendors, and it's tax deductible for you guys, would not invest in the marketing of their own property? So we're looking at 1%. So 1%, so $10,000 to sell a $100,000 motel, hotel, caravan park. That is not much. It's tax deductible. Talk to your accountant. That would be bare minimum. That's doing all the social media marketing, and believe me, it's extensive. If you have a look at any of our Facebook posts or reels, you'll see that we're getting hit. Our brand's hitting about 100,000 on Google at the moment. We're sitting at about 3.9 million. That's me. There's Brian McManus Real Estate. So it's not some big franchise telling you, or a group telling you exactly what all thousands and thousands and thousands of properties are doing. So that's printed to me daily from Google, not including the reels on Facebook, etc. Posts on Facebook, so they're extensive, time consuming, have to be set and reset twice, 3 times a week, so they turn into one reel, and a post can move into about 37 ads, and it's over can be spread over 9 million, 10 million people. So that's where the value is. So once again, but it hasn't changed to what I was taught back in 86, or what I'm taught now even, is that it's to attract the 3 buyers, the 3 cash buyers. And that's the imperative. 3 cash buyers who get contracts and either link in online, or come to our auctions at Double Bay, bid. They can pay their 10% deposit and cash in 30 or 42 days, usually 30 on our contracts. So that's what we're doing. If you're interested, if you're on the market at the moment and you're just not getting the inquiry, hook into our marketing campaigns. They're short, sharp, hard-hitting, and we will get you the cash buyers that can buy your property. They will pay market value for your property. So the idea of parking your property well and truly above your local market value is silly. But if you want to move on, you want to sell, we can get you fair market value. We can get the buyers to inspect, to get the contracts, to get the finance together and buy. But you've got to want to take that opportunity. You've got to invest in the marketing, and it's a tax deductible investment, let's face it. And obviously the end of the financial year is not too far away. So give us a call at Brian 040-297-0217, Brian at brianmcmanusrealestate.com. Let's get it appraised. We are all over the place in the next 7 days. We've got about 2,500 Ks planned over the next 7 days. So give us a call. We can get the listing forms to you. I can request the contracts out straight away. We want to start certainly next week marketing. So the solicitor needs time. We may even be pushing out into May for the auction if your solicitor can't get me contracts, because we need those real quick. So everybody, week 13, happy Easter. Easter's coming. Awesome time for the kids. Kids love Easter. Easter eggs, chocolate, going to church, having mum and dad around on Monday. It's pretty cool. Just enjoy, and we'll speak to you again next week.